Hi, I'm Tamara, a digital education coach for deployed learning. Gemini in Classroom is a powerful tool for teachers to use. Let's have a look at some of my favorites. So let's have a look at some of my favorite little ideas inside the Gemini tab in Google Classroom. The first one I want to have a look at is audio lesson. So audio lesson lives in here. When you click on any of these, you'll notice it's so simple to fill out. You pop your year level in here, and then you pop your topic in here, and that's it. Create your learning objectives. If you're not happy with your learning objectives, just redo it until you're happy with that. You then choose your voices and your avatar, and then you create your audio lesson down here. Once that's ready, it actually comes up here. You can have a little bit of a read, make sure you're happy with the content, and then it creates a pod style audio overview.
Today, we are going to explore how governments shape our world, specifically looking at the differences between democracies and authoritarian systems and how power is shared.
You can even export the text into a doc or into slides so that students can reference that later. Another one which I really like inside Google Classroom Gemini is a choice board. So a choice board is where you can make your different ideas on the same content. And this one here, what I did is I uploaded a unit plan and I asked it to make a choice board based on the assessment. And then it created different ideas around that, which is a wants and needs resourcing assessment. So you can definitely ground it in your learning materials as well, which is really cool. Something else which I love is creating a vocabulary list. Why I like this instead of just a search or a random generation is that it automatically just comes up with the term, the definition, and an example. You can add that straight into your classroom over here. Or you can even print it yourself and make a learning wall because it's got those examples and those ideas straight away without you having to find and search for them. Something else which is a little hidden treasure inside Gemini is generate a quiz. You can generate a quiz in Gemini itself, but why I like doing it in Classroom is that it goes straight into my Google Classroom, exactly where I want it to be. So you put in your year level, number of questions you want, your topic, you can go a little bit deeper than that, the learning objectives that you like, and then even choosing what kind of questions that you want to see in your Google Classroom as well. Once you're happy with it, you export it into your Google Classroom and it comes up like this. So it literally looks like you've made the form. You can even lock your Chromebooks as if it's like a normal quiz. You can input your grades into your gradebook, just like you would as if you did your own quiz inside Google Classroom already. Why I love it though is that the questions actually are quite relevant. It's a mix of questions, the answers make sense, and it adapts to the year level that you have decided in your Google Classroom. You'll notice as well that it's already got the answers in there, so it will auto mark if it's made this way, and you don't have to go through and select all of the correct answers, which I love in there as well. Another little tip that I love inside Gemini is doing the brainstorming project ideas. This is a great idea if you're in the middle of lesson planning or unit planning and you're not really sure what you want to do with your students, but you have an idea of what you're going with. You click on this brainstorm project ideas. Once again, really simple to use. Upload your unit plan or your lesson from your drive, and then what it does is it suggests a project outline for you. You can even choose whether you're going to work on it in a group or individually, which is really cool. Last but not least, the prompts underneath here are also quite valuable. If your teachers are struggling with how to use Gemini in education, these are some really great starting points to creating resources in Gemini. So you can very simply go press draw on a comic. This is for grade 3, water cycle, ask Gemini. And then what it'll do inside Gemini, it will then actually create the resource that you wanted very, very easily and quickly in there, which is really cool. And that's it. Try one of those little content creation ideas inside your Google Classroom in Gemini.